Good morning everybody, it's Lynn and this is my Flosstube video and I can't remember what number it is, so I'll put it in the description box below. I'm not even going to hazard a guess today. I should have looked before I started but I didn't, sorry. Anyway, what have I been up to since last time you saw me? Well, this is my book of days and as you can see the whole of January is done. The whole of February is done. I think there was one day where I didn't stitch in February. And 2 days. And then this is the start of March. So I've been trying to do the temperature stitching. What I told you about last time, and I did write them all down, and I started 0 to 10, which gives me 11 projects to work on. But anyway, I'm not bothered. It should have been 1 to 10, but don't matter, because I think at the time we did have some weather that was 0. That's why I started with that. But anyway, I have not stuck to this. I have been doing some of the ones that I've pulled out, and so I'll show you what I have been stitching. Now the first one I stitched on was, let's get this right, Lantern Lane. Yeah, Lantern Lane was my first one, and I've had this a while. Lantern Lane, I love it. It's Little House Needleworks and it's chart number 134 and it's from 2024. I didn't buy it in 2024, but I have had it a long time. Love this. Don't know why I didn't start stitching it sooner, but there you have it. So I'm stitching it on Swan Bay fabric, fabric of the month, and this was for December last year, 2025, and it's 32 count linen, and I can't remember what they said the colourway was, because it's not one that they are actually selling. So that's as far as I've got with Lantern Lane. Fabric's lovely. I love it. So that's that one. Then I went on to stitch after Lantern Lane. I'll have to put these in some sort of order, otherwise I'm going to get mixed up at the end of it. Sorry about that. Just skip through if you want. So after Lantern Lane, yes, I started stitching, and I've had this one a long time in my stash, and a lovely friend gave me this, stitching friend, and this is called Silent Night, and this is Country Cottage Needleworks, and I can't tell you what the fabric colour is because I've had this a long time. This actually went to Mexico with me as my piece to stitch if I finished Mary Poppins, which I didn't finish Mary Poppins, so this never got, so it's been to Mexico and back as this. Anyway, it's been pulled out of the bag, and this is as far as I've got with this one. It's a lovely piece. I've got quite a way with it and I enjoy stitching on it. And before I sorted out how to stitch now with my eyes, let's put it that way, because this is on Aida fabric, I found it easy to work on. So yeah, but now I've sorted out what I'm doing with my eyes. I did try to stitch with putting them on an old pair of glasses, my magnifiers, these. You just clip it on clip that onto your glasses, and it comes in a box, and there's 4 different strengths. So I had the highest strength on at first, and it was starting to give me a headache, so I gave up with that idea. And what I did was, I thought I wasn't going to put them on these new glasses. I didn't want to do that, but anyway I did, and they're okay on the new glasses. On the old glasses it was making the frame and the lens heavy, so on these ones it's not too bad. I don't find it heavy, and I managed to stitch. Yeah, now I'm a person who liked to stitch without my glasses on. Before I had the cataracts done, I could see perfectly to do my stitching, and I enjoyed stitching, being free around my face. That's not happening anymore now. I have to wear glasses with the magnifier on. So this is what it looks like. Not that you really want to know. So when I've got that on, and I alter that to where I want it and move that to where I want it, and I can actually see you through that now. So I look like an optician, do I? Anyway, that's enough of that shenanigans. So that's how we're stitching now. So got as far as Silent Night. Then after Silent Night, what came up was Madame Lafille, La Nuit de Noël. I think that's how you say it, but who knows. That's the one that came up. I've had this in my stash a long time as well, and I love this stitch, but I couldn't see it. But now, excuse me, and I'll just take my working copy off. But now, with the magnifier, because I'm not quite sure what count this is, it's probably 32 count. Before I'd only come down here. I've put some colour in at the other side of it now, done the snowflake and finished off the motif, because there was only a tiny little bit at the top, and then I've started to go along, and then I decided I'm enjoying doing it, but it's heavy in confetti, as we call it, all these little ditsy bits here in the border. So I decided I'd have a rest from that. So that's that one. And then what happened? What happened after we stopped stitching on that? Oh yes, I started doing my cell, is what I did. Yeah, I started that on the 14th of January. Was it? No. Nah, it was the 12th of January it actually started, and I did a small start on the 12th of January. That's when it started, and this is the cell stitch along that I've joined in on the Facebook group, and it's Sarah, can't remember her other name. She does Flosstube videos, and this is the stitch along that we're doing this year. It's a 6-month stitch along, and it's called Birds and Bees. No, Bees and Birds Sewing Roll, Biscorn U scissors fob, and a scissors fob. And this one is by Stacey Nash Designs. So it's it's done in pieces. That bit up there was January's, then February's is here, and then March and April is the bottom piece because it's quite a lot. So this is as far as I've got. Now I'm stitching this on everything that was called for. It came as a kit, and that's how I'm doing it. Let me just get it right to show you. There you go. It's got fabric at the back, so it makes it look better. So that's as far as I've got. I won't say there aren't any mistakes in it because there's a couple, but there's only me knows. I ain't pulling it out for one stitch. It went wrong somewhere for one stitch and I'm not doing that. Anyway, last evening I started doing the bees. I did the bees, the 2 bees, and I've managed to get 1 wing done. And then I'm back to bringing the borders down. But I want to start stitching some of my other things before I go back to I'll finish the bees off and then I'm putting that away for a bit. It's a stitch along, so there's no rush. So that's that one. Then what happened? So I've been stitching on the cell for quite a while. I did go back to Lantern Lane in February, but yeah, and birds and bees. So I think that's all of my stitching other than things that I've made. Now what I've made, oh, and before I move on, they're my colours for the bees and birds, are those. Before I move on, excuse me, this is another stitch along I've decided to join in. GH 1857. I've had this pattern a long time, and when the stitch along came along I thought I'm going to join that because I love this piece, and I think this will be a nice companion piece to a Tisket a Tasket with it being blue. I'll see if I can find the colour photograph of it, but I don't think there is. Not a full one. No, there isn't. Oh, there is. It's there, look. I'll have to put that there because the pattern's on the other side. This is what it looks like, the top photograph there. That's what it'll look like when it's completely finished. And with it being blues, I did think it would be a companion piece to Tisket a Tasket. Well, I've got all my, I've done my, I photocopied my working copy, 6 pages so far, so we'll see how far we get with that. And then all my threads have come from 3 different places because they didn't all have these threads in, because there's quite a lot of people doing this and they sold out quick. Now this will be the first time I've ever stitched with Au Vera Soir, is it? And that's that one. It calls for that. Now I don't know how you stitch with this. It's quite a thick thread, and do I separate it? I'm taking it, I separate it like you separate DMC. It does want to separate, but this is silk, so yeah, that's the first for me. I think the alternative, instead of using that, is DMC 3753. Now, out of the two, I do prefer the silk. So we'll see. We'll see when we start doing it. I have ordered my fabric that I've picked from Swan Bay Fabrics, and it's been dyed at the minute. So when it comes, I'll show you it, because I can't remember which one I chose now. Yeah. Speaking of which, Swan Bay Fabrics, fabric of the month club arrived, and it's bi-monthly. It's not, they call it fabric of the month club, but it's bi-monthly. Now this one arrived, and it's gorgeous as this. It's 32 counts linen, and this is February's. Now hang on a minute, let me see if I can tell you what it's called, this. No, wait a minute. This month fabric is a soft colourway inspired by antique French samplers. It's a bluey grey, but it doesn't have, I don't think it has a name. And then the inspiration for this month's fabric, this card came with it. I didn't get a card for the first one, but it is fairly new. Now, oh, it's still unnamed. This fabric of the month is still unnamed, and we'd like your help. We've invited Jane Austen fans to suggest a name inspired by her novels, characters or settings that suits this soft sage blue grey colour. Now, I've come up with one, but I'm not going to say what it is, because I don't want anybody else saying. But yeah, I did come up with one, but I've not sent it in yet. Got to do it before the 5th of March. So this is what it looks like. It's a lovely blue. It's gorgeous. I love it. It looks grey there. It's not grey at all. It's a lovely, it is, there is grey in it, but it is a bluey. It's gorgeous. That's a bit better. That's coming out better. It's soft and it's gorgeous. Anyway, that's my fabric of the month from Swan Bay Fabrics. The other things, I don't know whether I've shown you this before. This is a piece that I made many moons ago. I wouldn't like to say how long ago, but look at the back. That's when we used to use sellotape. Naughty, I know. But this is an embroidered piece that I did a long time ago, and you can tell by the colour of it. Really, I ought to get in a frame. Yeah. And I think there was quite a few different flowers, and I can't remember much about this now, other than I actually did it, but I've not got my name on it. So they look like campion bells to me. So that's that little thing. Now, what I've been making other than stitching, I'll show you what I've been making. The first thing I made was a folio with fabric I've had in my stash for a long time. Can't remember the name, can't remember the company of this fabric. No, it's gone. It ain't coming to me. This is what it looks like inside. took me 4 days to do this. This is a vinyl pocket. The other side, it's got little ditzy pockets there and another vinyl pocket. This is a place for you to put your pens. That's a piece of felt for your needles or putting your threads on that you're working with. That's a loop made from a tape measure fabric, and then another little loop there with the same fabric that I've used here. Now this side, that's the zip. The vinyl bag. That's the vinyl bag there. And then this is a double pocket as well. So that's a pocket there. And the other side, I've made this as another pocket. So there's the vinyl plus 2 pockets, then a smaller pocket. The only thing I have to do is I'm going to add some elastic down the side for the closure. That's how I do it. I put elastic on and then you can pull it round and close it up. Acufactum, it's come to me. It was Acufactum and I bought it. If it wasn't last year, it was the year before. It's gorgeous. It's all sewing themed. So that was what I made. And then after that I went on, I got adventurous and I wanted to make one of these quilted project bags. Now this is, yeah, Teresa Kogan fabric. Now I've had this in my stash probably a couple of years. This Teresa Kogan, and then on the back it's just spotted up, and I did just straight lines for that. Inside it's spots, the same as the back, spotter. Oh, and I've not finished it off. There you have it. Yeah, I've still got to do a little bit of stitching there from where it's been turned out. But when I made this, it's the first one I've ever made like this, and I did want it to have as much as it's got there at the top, and it's not because it's been sewn and it's smaller, but it's quite a big bag. So when I make another one, I will make the top bit, you know, I'll bring it further down. Yeah, but it's a project bag and it's for me. And then what else have I been doing? Oh, I made this one yesterday. This is a little art catcher, is this? And this is Andy for me, and this fabric, don't ask me. I've had this a long time and I couldn't tell you the make of this fabric, but it's gorgeous. And it's just scissors, and then what I've done on the corners, I've sewn some little flowers to hold it together. It's not one of those with the poppers where you can unpop it and open it and lay it flat. And I've made this to sit. It stores my glasses, magnifiers and my scissors, just sit in there nicely, and that's what I'll be taking with me when I go to retreat. And it's just handy to have sat next to me. And then also I can put my little orts in. If anybody doesn't know what orts are, they're the little bits that we have left when we've finished finished stitching a piece, and the bits you cut off, you know, and you collect them, and that's what we collect them in. So that's why it's called an art catcher. What have I been Now incoming, right, there we are. This is incoming. This is the new catalogue for Tilda Songbird, and I bought my fabric from Holly's Haberdashery because they're stockists of Tilda. I think they're supposed to be the main one in England, but don't quote me on that. So these are the different fabrics, different things that you can make with this quilts and pillows. Now, I did enjoy the Christmas one. Oh, that's some of the plain colours that you can get. Is there a page where it shows you? There's some of the other colours. These are called Seasons Basics. Yeah. It's lovely. But I did enjoy the Christmas one. And this one is called Songbird. That's how it comes, Songbird. They're the different, how you can buy Songbird. Now I like this with the, she looks to me like she's a 1920s lady that's on this. I'm a bit disappointed because when mine come, it didn't come bundled up like that with the tag. I didn't get a tag and I didn't get a Tilda ribbon on it. So I am a bit disappointed about that. But what I did like is the ladies, this here and that one. So I'll show you the ones that I did buy, which are here, excuse me. Now I have been using some of this. I've used a little bit of this one, the birds. And it doesn't say down. I've not got a complete to show you. So, but that's the birds. That's that one. Then this is another one, and I got half a metre of each, I think. It says it's Tilda down the side. This is nice. This. This is the ladies. Love this. This is in the blue colourway with the ladies. And she's got wings like a dragonfly. Aubrey Blue, this one's called. Songbird collection. Actually tells you in that. And then this one, oh, these are folded up. Let's have a look. Now, Flora Blue, but it's part of the Songbird. That's that one. And then I did like the, oh, what is it now? Aubrey mustard, this one, with the ladies on. Gorgeous. Love that. And then these are the birds. Love this. This will be colour mustard, that one. And then this is the songbird to go with I think it goes with her, this one, next one, the songbird in blue. What's it say? Cora Blue it's called. So they're my purchases. I don't know whether they do go together or not, but anyway, they're my purchases for the new Tilda Songbird fabric. Now the other thing that I've bought was the red box. Now I'm not going to show you what's inside this red box because it is All Creatures Great and Small, a treasury of samplers, volume 2, and Across the Sea samplers. And Nickel Apartment has done an unboxing video. So if you go to Hands Across the Sea Nickel Apartment on YouTube, you will see her unbox it. But that's what it looks like inside when it arrived. And then that was Nicola's letter, that was right at the bottom. And then this is what that's what greeted you when you opened it. Excuse me. I will show you what's in here, but I'm not showing all the charts because it'd take too long. So there's this little pouch, and inside the pouch is some Nanny McBean's fripperies. And the Anne Watson, it's called, is this. It's called Anne Watson. It says the first efforts of an infant's hand. Well, yeah, I can't remember how old she was, this girl, but this was the glass case that came with it, which you can use for anything. You don't have to use it for keeping glasses in. And inside there is a glass cloth in the same design. It's beautiful. A lot of people use these for putting the stitching bits and pieces in, which I've started doing as well. And it's just handy for a few bits and pieces that you need to take with you if you're going anywhere. So, and no, if anybody wants to know, I haven't started stitching any of these. The reason I bought this particular one is because it goes with the one that was last year, which was called All Things Bright and Beautiful. And this one is box 2 that goes with it. And this one's All Creatures Great and Small. So that's why I bought it. So I've got the companion, the together. Now in here, this is a little sewing, a piece of fabric with 3 patterns on, and they are pin cushions. Now before I knew that, as soon as I saw this, I thought, oh, they'd make lovely little sewing books, so I may make one into a pin cushion. But that was my idea. As soon as I saw it, you could make 3 little needle books. They're lovely, those. So I think that's me for this time. We're getting ready this week for going to retreat. Looking forward to that, can't wait. It's been a long time coming, this this retreat, since last November, because we've had a real cold, wet winter. We've not had much snow where I live. It's been really cold, damp, wet, miserable, dark. So we're starting to get a few sunny days now, and today at the minute no rain. Yesterday was a decent day and the sun did come out. The sun is trying to come out today. So yeah, so I'll be back after retreat and tell you about all the shenanigans that went on there. So happy stitching till next time. Bye for now. Bye.